Let me tell you what happened. 6 months ago, my father, David, passed away. He was an incredibly kind man, a mechanic by trade, and his pride and joy wasn't just his family, but also his immaculately restored 1967 Mustang GT Fastback. That car was more than just metal, it was a symbol of his hard work and his dreams, a legacy he often said he wanted to pass down fairly to me and my younger brother, Mark. After the funeral, which felt more like a stage for my mother, Eleanor, to mourn theatrically, the official will reading was scheduled. I wasn't naive. I knew my mother always favored Mark. He was her golden child, the one who could do no wrong, despite a string of failed ventures and a perpetual need for money. My father, bless his soul, tried to be fair, but I often saw the strain on his face when Eleanor would subtly, or not so subtly, push Mark's agenda. When we sat down with the family lawyer, Mr. Davies, it was surreal. The will, as read, stated a 50-50 split of the general assets, but then came the specifics. The Mustang, according to this document, was exclusively willed to Mark. My portion was barely a fifth of what I'd expected, a sum that felt insulting after years of supporting my father's projects and dreams. Your father always wanted Mark to have the car, Sarah. And the savings, she added, well, Mark needs it more for his future. My heart hammered against my ribs, but I forced myself to stay calm. I remembered the last conversation with my father, a quiet afternoon just weeks before he passed, where he'd given me a cryptic look and said, always look for the truth, my girl. She beamed, thinking her lie had settled everything. What she didn't know was that my father had prepared for this exact moment years ago. The next morning, I woke up with a clarity I hadn't felt since Dad passed. Their smug faces replayed in my mind. I didn't argue at the will reading because a gut feeling told me there was more to it. My father was meticulous, almost obsessively so. He documented everything. I started searching his study, not just for a new will, but for anything that felt out of place. After 2 days, hidden behind a loose floorboard in his old desk, I found it, a small, wooden box. Inside was a meticulously kept leather-bound journal, dated from 20 years ago up until a month before he died. There were also several old letters, and a thick, sealed envelope addressed to me, marked to be opened only if. Followed by a set of conditions that perfectly mirrored the lawyer's performance. The journal was a treasure trove,